Namaste, my flavor lovers. Let's jump right into the first recipe for today. And that is something scrumptious, something delicious, something that we all want to dig into every once in a while. It's none other than our special grilled cheese and mushroom sandwich. So let's get started and let me show you all the ingredients that we need to make this spectacular crunchy sandwich. The recipe calls for some very basic ingredients. We need some button mushrooms. We need a 1/4 cup of shredded cheese, butter, onion, tomato, red pepper. We're going to start out by toasting our bread. You can use butter or oil. Then add some more oil or butter to the pan. Saute your garlic, onions, and mushrooms all together. Resist the urge to overcook your mushrooms. The thing that brings magic to this recipe is my spice blend that I make in small batches just for you. It's called the Tandoori Magic. If you don't have this, you can add garlic powder or garam masala or any spices of your choice. Continue to saute the mushrooms and the onions together. Don't overcook the mushrooms, but they will develop a slight char, which is what makes it so interesting and so tasty. Once that is done, you're going to go ahead and divide up the mushrooms into 2 sections per every sandwich that you're going to make. Just make sure that the stash you create is pretty much the size of the toasted bread that you're going to be using for the base of your sandwich. I'm going to make a closed sandwich, but if you're going to serve them crostini style as an open sandwich, then you can just do 1 layer, but let me show you how I did it. So stack it up with cheese, any cheese of your choice. You can use sliced or shredded. I prefer shredded because it melts really well. And then I added some corn kernels because I just love the crunch and the sweetness of a few corn kernels in my sandwich. I added that. And I allowed the cheese to melt. Once that happened, I brought back my toasted bread and stacked up the melted mushroom and cheese blend right on top of the toast. Spread it around so that there are no empty spaces on your toast. Then you're going to take some onions. These are raw onions, red onions, thinly sliced. Place them on to the cheese and mushroom bed. Then add 1 slice of tomato. I'm not a big fan, so I won't add a whole lot. I won't be adding lettuce to this because lettuce, when warmed up, may not taste really good. And then I add a little bit of my red bell peppers that I'd saved just for the crunch. Then I go back and put in the second stash. This is like almost mimicking a double Whopper, but with mushrooms. Yeah. All right. So I will double up the stash. If you're serving crostini style, you can just layer it up with cheese and serve them as an open sandwich. I've created a really nice aioli with green chutney mayo, and you can do the same thing. I will be telling you how to make that. There is a recipe following this. This is the chutney that really gives that New Delhi kick to anything that is Italian or continental inspired. All right. So spread that on your second piece of toast. Slap it right back on to your bread, press it down, and then reheat till warm through. If you really want to elevate your sandwich, I kid you not, add a pat of butter on both sides. It's going to taste sensational. It's going to be such a crowd pleaser. You're going to love it. Now for the chutney. No secrets are going to be held behind. You're going to hear it all right here. We will need a bunch of cilantro stems. Yes, just the stems because that's where the flavor is at. Add your ginger, add your garlic, add a little bit of water, add the salt and the sugar. I like this chutney to be a little bit on the sweeter side, but if you like more savory than sugary sweet, that's totally fine. See how watery this is? When you blitz it, that's what you get. Now you can use the same kind of bread, but it has to be a firm bread. Don't use the soft breads to do this. You can also use breadcrumbs. You can use cashews. There is a pro tip. Then you're going to measure out equal parts of mayonnaise, store-bought mayonnaise or veggies if you're vegan, and equal parts of the chutney. You're going to mix it up, give it a nice whisk, and there's your chutney spread. If you don't want to put the spread inside your bread, or if you're just serving soft sandwiches without toasting them, just add the lemon juice and serve this as a dip on the side. Look, it has a lot of crunch. It tastes really good, and it's not super cheesy. That's what I love about this sandwich. I hope you're going to give this a try.